Hey folks, Chad here, wearing my old Rex Kwon Do shirt. I don't know Rex Kwon Do, except for break the wrist, walk away. Anyways, we're here with some of my favorites from our previous area. You hear the kids playing in the pool while it starts to rain. Go figure. Anyways, some of my favorites from our previous property. I couldn't find them anywhere, so we made a trip to Augusta and hit up a bunch of garden centers, and I found some. So this is double play Doozie. I'll show you these up close. I love the blooms on these. Let's take a look. There we go, double play Doozie by Proven Winners. Gets 2 or 3 feet high, 2 or 3 feet wide. And just love these petals. They're very soft. I got 3 of them. These little like fuzz on them almost, it looks like. If I remember correctly, they pretty much bloomed most of the summer. Just stayed well behaved. Just love the texture of these. So we're gonna put these here toward the front of the flower bed because they don't get too big. Savannah Girl. And I think we also got one more thing. We're gonna put it in the ground. I'm going back and forth between right here where it's at or behind Savannah Girl back there. But I kind of want this in the front just for, we have a lot of green and yellows and just something to grab your attention right here. It's a Sunjoy Tangelo Barberry. And you see how red it gets on the pictures, and it's already got some red coming out of it. It reminds me a lot of Sunshine Ligustrum as far as the leaves and stuff, but I'll tell you, this thing has very, very small, it's not even going to focus probably. And I'm not sure, you might can see it right here. Look at that. That's a needle. Pick one of these up and don't realize it. You'll know very soon. But anyway, I think because that's going to get really big, that's going to get big, and it wants full sun, so eventually that's going to make shade. There we go. That's crepe myrtle is going to make some shade right over here. So I'm thinking we'll just put it sort of out here towards the front. And if we don't like it, we can always move it around. But you know. So we got those. And then the last thing, we have a Julia Child's rose. I was going to put it in that big open area, but I really hate yellow on yellow. So when those yellow roses come out, it kind of makes it where you can't really see it that good with those all that yellow back here. And eventually that's going to be a little more shaded over the years. So I think I'm going to put it here in the hanging flower / butterfly area and just let it grow right there, and it'll get full sun, some wind, so keep disease resistant. This is also the one made by Star Roses, so that's always good. I love them. Make all the knockout and drift rose. So let's get these all in the ground as I've been playing around. But first, look at that. Probably another week or so away, maybe something like that, maybe before these things start opening up some flowers on them. But you can see them growing. They get really, really long blooms. So all the butterfly bushes, the Pugster series from Proven Winners. You can tell these two I think are the same. And you got 3 others that might be the same. I'm not sure what all is what. We'll know soon enough. All right, let's get some stuff in the ground. Oh, and also probably another video. Not sure when you'll see it, but we're working on putting some drip stuff out here. So got 3 things hooked up already. These 3, but we'll do a video of actually, you know, going through it. We already have one out there, but we'll do a video of how you hook all this stuff up. Pretty simple, straightforward. All right, now let's let the rain go away and then I'll put these in the ground. Okay, real fast. Decided to move them around a little bit more. I just like that. So we're gonna go with that. One on one side, the other 2 on the other, but still making a line. And as everything matures, probably eventually you won't even be able to see that drain very much. So I think that'll work good. Give everybody enough space to grow. All right, now they're going in the ground. So it's the next morning. We got everything in yesterday evening. I've got to water this stuff in. It rained yesterday as well, so that kind of helped. But getting this in, still going back and forth on where this should be. It should be there or back here somewhere. These all look really nice. And then we've got our rose over here that I planted in. And this is Julia Child's rose. And what we're gonna do is just trim it up. I'm gonna go ahead probably and take off all the blooms. There's a few more that haven't bloomed yet right here. Probably gonna go ahead and take all those off. Just let it kind of establish itself and not worry about flowering right now. But I am gonna trim it up so it will flower in the future. These right here are getting round, which is telling the plant to slow down and start making those pods. So we don't want that. We want it to bloom the rest of the summer. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut it back a little bit. Now, this is a very young rose, so I'm not really gonna go down too far. I'm also not gonna be looking for outward facing buds too much or anything, but what that means and what I will look at, very just real easy, if you want to here, that's what they mean by outward facing bud, right there. So there's a little bud down there, and because of the way it's facing, it's gonna go that way when it grows, versus the one here will go that way. So that's all you're talking about when you're doing that. But I'm just going to trim this up real fast, give it a little haircut, and it'll be good to go. And the ones that are already open here, I'm gonna give those to Morla, the sulcata tortoise. She will love them as a treat. Let's do it. So these little buds, this one facing outward, this one actually is facing outward that way, so I'm going down a little lower. Whoop. We'll save that for Morla. Let me get a bucket. See all these right here, they're done. Cut those back. Like I said, I'm not even looking for a bud. I'm just cutting it back a little. It'll figure out where it wants to grow. This real thin up here, so we just want to go down a little ways. Probably down to there. Little treat for Morla. And let's see, we'll go down to here. It's going above a bud somewhere. There's a bud right here. It's outward facing too. How about that? All this clump is going to go below it. So you just trace down till you get to the next set of leaflets. What the heck is that? Grass of some sort? Growing in a container, I guess. Ow. Poked me. See how skinny these are. You want to go down a ways. All these clumps. See what we got. Oh, here's a few more. Another clump right here. Very skinny here. Don't want it that skinny to grow. We'll start it down here. Some more of that grass growing. It must have been growing down under the pot.
checking for any more of that. All right. We'll go a little lower here, just get a little thicker. A little lower here. Just go slowly, work your way down a little more each time, but I think that's all the extra. Now it looks nice and pretty. Could go a little lower here. There's actually a bud right there. That might be good. Let's try that. And it's gonna come back better than ever. Let's go give these to Morla.